Thank you all for coming tonight. So I'm Chris Marble. I'm with the University of Florida. You've heard about a brief introduction to some of the herbicide work that I'm doing with the LEAP project, but I'm also helping to lead and coordinate the outreach and extension activities. So that's what I'm going to be talking about now is some of those different outputs and things that we have done so far from our Cultivate meeting last year. Into the present and discuss some of those and the different things that we're working on. This is kind of a culmination of objectives 1 through 4, all those things combined, and then the outreach activities, publications, et cetera, and just some totals. So you can see kind of what we've done and what we put out there. Just to give you an introduction, if you're not familiar, so these are the overall goals of our objective 5, our outreach and education objective. 1 is to just increase awareness and educate stakeholders about those automation nursery technologies and different ways to improve labor efficiency. You've already heard about what we're doing, on the ground kind of with those different technologies that are available. 2, develop video resource materials, case studies, growers' decisions, to growers so that they can make more informed decisions in terms of purchasing equipment and whether to implement a change in practice. 3 is the LEAP Learning Center. So that's going to be something, I'll talk about that, but that's a future objective, and that's basically training extension agents and then growers through an online program where they can come and they can take courses that are developed from all these different objectives in this training material that they can take online, in the convenience of their home, and anytime that they wanted to learn about all the different technologies and things that are out there. The LEAP website, which y'all are familiar with, are handouts, and the mentoring network. And so what that is trying to establish a way that we can put growers together to make connections. Somebody might have a potting machine that they want more information on, and somebody might have a pruning machine. We try to connect those people. They can kind of talk to each other, learn from, how different things worked and how their production systems differ, what they've learned from after they've purchased this equipment, what they like about it, et cetera. So that's part of what we're trying to do as a LEAP group as well. So number 1, just 25 to 26 progress. So in terms of awareness and educating stakeholders about new technologies, we've been focusing heavily on publications and presentations just around in our different states and things, and then also on a national level, things like Cultivate, which we'll be talking tomorrow, and the things that we're working on and going more in depth. We also organized the LEAP German Nursery Automation Tour this past spring. We had 18 stakeholders from 10 nurseries and 3 equipment and technology manufacturers with us. We visited about, I think it was 12 nurseries in Germany over a 5-day period. And so we got to see that different automation, in practice at those nurseries. And then we'll come back and we'll take that data and we'll follow up with those growers that we took with us and see if they were able to make any changes and they got any ideas from that trip. Also, just to highlight the IPPS, the Southern Region Group, did a tour in Orlando, Florida. They toured the nurseries in Florida and stuff as they typically do with an IPPS meeting, but when they came to our research, we shared a lot of what we were doing with the LEAP project. And then today, LEAP has reached about 15,000 stakeholders in total. Webinars, website videos, trade journals, social media, TV, et cetera. 2,500 growers that have been verified, and then over 1,100 participants that get the training opportunities in in-person events. So progress updates. So number 2, developing digital print, video resource materials, and case studies. So we have 4 peer-reviewed publications that have been out, 8 abstracts, which would be basically like what you would write, short publications that will go before a scientific meeting, 5 additional scientific presentations at scientific conferences, 7 research events organized, 9 posters, 2 case study articles, And then on more the extension side, where this would be more like trade shows and different county extension events and things at our various states, trade show presentations, 15 extension focused articles. We're doing the nursery management lead series like Lloyd discussed. We've taken part in or organized 9 field days, 6 podcast episodes, and 15 other various presentations and outreach events. And then we have 30 videos that are hosted on that LEAP website. 168 outputs that reached approximately 15,000 stakeholders for 7,500 contact hours. So future outreach and communication, so just some things that we have planned. We'll just continue basically to continue on the work that we're doing. We'll also be posting videos and things and developing materials from our trip to Germany. These are just some of the different meetings and stuff that we have planned for the rest of 2026 and then also early 2027 in terms of the different events and things that we have scheduled and that we're giving presentations at where we'll be discussing LEAP related topics. And then also I'm helping to organize an automation workshop that'll be part of the Gulf States Horticultural Expo in January of 2027. And so that'll be coming up here relatively soon, and we'll start advertising for that pretty briefly or pretty soon. Future outreach and communication. So the LEAP Learning Center. I've talked about that where we're working to train agents, growers, allied industry on ant adoption. We'll develop that and make that released as we complete more and more of these research objectives and start to develop those materials. And then the LEAP website, that's up and running. We already have a lot of good material on that, and we'll be adding more material as it becomes available. And then for the mentoring network, that is already happening kind of on an organic basis where that's happening, I'd say in informal manner where we're connecting growers together and helping them find people that have adopted different forms of automation. But we're going to work to more formalize that and get it to where it's all hosted, where it's easy to use and different people can become more involved with that. So that is all that I have, and I'm happy to answer any questions that anyone has.
Part of this is our outreach.
Yes.
Yeah. Here, and then our workshop tomorrow between 8 and noon. And is it on the Thrive stage? Do you know? I think it's on the Thrive stage, which is in the corner.
The Thrive stage starts at 9 o'clock and goes till 11:45 or noon, I believe, or a little after 12.
So it'll be more, it'll be, like you said, more in-depth research that we conducted over various objectives. Next winter, we are getting into inventory, testing tally in various nurseries. We have an opportunity to talk about maybe one question in the strategic planning session. We're going to take a shift if there's no questions for our objective summaries.